think I'm actually live. I hope. Okay. Hello, my howlers. Sako to me here. Let's talk some witchy stuff over coffee. I think there was. Okay. Let's. One. Hello, Sage. Hello, Destiny. It's so good to see you both. Adventures in Fantasy, if you're still around. Really good to see you too. Also, you might hear a drone. They are repaving my street this morning. So, they might be making some racket. I thought I put the time... the technocrats had got me. Yeah, no kidding. The time, from what I'm being told, was set for like 7 in the morning instead of 9 in the morning, which is kind of wonky. I don't know why I must have been under caffeinated when I scheduled that shiz. So, if I said I was gonna be here at 7, I'm sorry I'm a half an hour late. Someone tried to report me for using music, but it's all copyright free. So I'm confused why they would do a copyright claim if it's copyright free. So I'm gonna blow it off. It's 5:30 where you are. It is currently 7:30 where I am. I'm sure Sage is sometime in the afternoon, I think. Let's see here. I just filmed a video on, oh, my kitty cat needs fed. Hello, Nobu. I know that the sound is whacking you out too. My familiar, I might introduce him to you guys if I haven't already. Hi, sweetie. There you go. Yeah, I'm not sure about all that. I know when I tried to upload the early episodes of my podcast, they got hit, and I was like, dude, I use the Anchor native sounds. Why are you copywriting me? Exactly. So, I don't know. Just some asshole. And it's funny because the account that reported me was called Repost, really. So, I'm going to blow it off. All right. Somewhere around here. So I have a collection of talismans that I have charged for multiple purposes. And I keep them on my phone, so they are with me at all times. I just haven't been inclined to re-record those episodes to be able to upload them to YouTube. Oh. Did they actually zot you for copyright? It's weird. I'm looking at the wrong things. I'm still waking up. By the way, I finally saw the episode where you critiqued my work. I really appreciate the input. Super appreciate the input. All right. Do I want to get right to it? I don't know. Oh, that's not right. Where's my Guardians and Sanctums? Here we go. There are going to be a couple of more of yours in future episodes. Oh, cool. I don't remember what all I sent you. At least stuff that had a beginning. The White Shadows one, I'm throwing out entirely and starting over. Gonna rewrite the first 2 chapters, which is supposed to be my goal for Camp Nano. I was supposed to prep and outline that stuff, and I never did. So, yeah, I did send you a ton of stuff. It's true. I was surprised that you did 2 of mine in an episode. Like, I've written a lot. Hi, baby. Ew. I'm gonna try. I've got my 6-year-old niece still here. She's currently asleep. I'm trying to speak quiet enough that I don't wake her up. But she's been a great distraction. I haven't spent a lot of time at my computer besides these streams. I'm supposed to be prepping and recording the podcast for tomorrow right now, and I'm not. Don't blame you. Okay. That could be a good board game, Don't Wake the Young One. Yeah. It's really cute that she implemented the word youngling into her lexicon. It's awesome. And it's all your fault. Okay, let's see. So a lot of this is making your house a sanctum. I just did a room, so I kind of want to do the whole house. Maybe it'll help Greg's anger, maybe. I want to take part in Nano, but I still have not written anything. Wow, it has been almost a month and a half. I'm trying, but nothing is really coming to me. Sounds like you need a break. Burnout's a thing, man. So maybe just, like, hype us along. Support, right? We like seeing you around. Okay. I can get into the Sanctums part. What did I write here? Oh, doormat. Okay. Okay. So, step number 1. Unfuck your room. Clutter, no bueno. Messy things, no bueno. Let's see, but if you want to try something, maybe take a look at Tim Clare's 100-day writing challenge. They're just short writing exercises, like 20, 30 minutes a day max. Cool. That sounds fun. Just a little something to get the juices flowing. Little warm-ups. So yeah, unfuck your room. Clean it up, tidy up. You can enchant your mirrors to give a self-esteem boost. I am here, but not sure if it is burnout or if I need a passion boost. It could be both. I love writing. It is what makes me who I am. I have the project for November almost ready. Cool. Very cool. Super cool. I need to look at my schedule to see what I'm working on for November. It's probably going to be Red Sigil. Probably Red Sigil. Or Sanguine Sigil, excuse me. You were talking directly to me there. My room is such a mess. Honestly, my house is such a mess because of all the things that have been going on since last year. I gotcha. Yep, step number 1. Gotta unfuck your room. Next, you can enchant mirrors to give yourself a little self-esteem boost. You can make a welcome charm, be it witch's bells, which you hang off on the door to ward away evil. So these welcome charms are usually negative energy wards. You can do a welcome mat, you can do a wreath, you can do a door hanger, like the witch's bells. Yeah, I have a wreath made of feathers that I have imbued to ward away negative energy and also invite crows, because the feathers are black. So, plant lavender by your door. I have lavender leading up to my door, though the mint is choking it out, which sucks. I like my lavender. I'm really sad that it's getting choked out. Line your windowsill with protective stones. Amethyst is a really great fallback. Tourmaline, black tourmaline would protect, and onyx would protect you psychically. Psychic assault is a thing. You be cautious of that. Anoint fake flowers with oil for a dash of protection, or whatever you need. Oh, my November projects is about 3 academies. Dusk Academy for witches, cool. Lunarscape Academy is werewolves, and Crimson Academy is vampires. I have several chapters planned. Awesome! That sounds wicked. I super would want to read something like that. Maybe I want more coffee. I do not know. Let's see, you can place crystals associated with abundance in the bottom of mason jars, cover with dirt, and plant small succulents. I don't know if you can actually see, but in my window I have just a line of jade plants. Just, oh yeah. Psychic assault is definitely a thing. I've experienced it firsthand from my ex and his family. Yeah, be black tourmaline and bolster it with amethyst. It'll be a big help. There are herbs that you can add to that. There are sigils you can add to that. I am paranoid, so I have that protection satchel for pretty much everything psychic, be it divination or hedge writing or whatever. Now, we can kind of bolster is my verb of the day, apparently. the sanctumness, the wards, oh, you can put sage in your window cleaner. Florida water, also super great. You take as many flowers as you can possibly get and throw it in some cheap ass vodka like Aristocrat. Comes in a small bottle. Totally great. I put my Florida water in a fancy schmancy Victorian style, and thankfully they are well out of my life, and I am much more cautious about who I let into my space now. I'm not glad that you had to put up that wall, but sometimes it's necessary. I'm still getting sleep out of my eyes, which is crazy when you're putting on makeup and you still have gunk in your eyeballs. So yeah, part of the wards that I usually do is a guardian or two. Thinking about doing another guardian. No, one guardian is enough. He's really great. So first, select a small and decorative figure. I had a dragon. Hi, kitty cat. I had a dragon figure. I recommend getting something that will protect you. So a predator of some kind would usually be best, but depending on the kind of wards, like a skunk would be cool. Like the back off sort of animals. You can use, I guess you can use a person, but I probably wouldn't. I would keep it an animal. Because once you get into people things, you start getting into tulpas, and that starts getting really muddy. But if we're talking super chaosy, these would be a sort of servitor. Though the chaos view of servitors are different from my view of guardians. So, yeah, I have my dragon figure. You cleanse the object, you charge the object, and then set your intention. Like, for instance, protection from something specific. My specific thing was nightmares. Carry the new guardian around the space to show them like what they are to protect, basically. I wanted him to protect my bed. I wanted him to protect maybe my bathroom if he was feeling generous. He wasn't obligated to do so, but you know, it's an option. Also protect my my altar space. That would be really great. Then anchor it with energy from Earth with a bridge. So I use an Earth sigil to kind of like bridge him from the spirit world to Earth. There's a chance that the guardian could awake. I happen to get lucky enough that mine did. But keep a good relationship with said guardian, with occasional offerings. Mine likes money, likes adventuring, likes citrine. And he's really easy to appease. Like every once in a while, I'll do a ritual that will be like, "Yay, guardian," and he will be super happy. And sometimes offer to to cover more ground. Like, I have a talisman on here that is an extension of him. So I can sleep at other people's houses and it won't, yeah, I won't, supposedly won't have nightmares. So that is my lecture on guardians. I can go into servitors and how they differ. Thought forms. We start getting into thought forms when we get into that. I'm going to do a series on thought forms this month, actually. Let's see here. Servitors. Here earlier in the book. God forms. Buzz? Oh. I'm beginning, yeah. Topaz, Edrigors, servitors. Okay. Nope, I get it. So a servitor is a spirit-like being formed of the energy and intention of its creator that does not have a will of its own, but is bound to the will of its creator. So like a homunculus, if you are super hermetic in that way, they are advanced thought forms. So they usually have a task. A servitor is generally programmed only one or two specific tasks and will have enough consciousness to do those, but usually not much more. Servitors are sort of like energy robots, if you like. The Psychonauts Field Manual states that it is vital that your servitor has completed its task and then you delete it. If you fail to do so, it will grow, become resentful, and possibly turn on you. Ajax has been around for like 2, almost 3 years, and he's super happy. So as long as I do the maintenance, he's sticking around. He's a good friend. Less of a pet at this point. He started out as kind of a pet, but now he's more of a friend than a pet. Let's see. Deletion is simple. Simply ignore it. Since your attention is its food, it will starve to death. This is why you never assign a personality and such. To do otherwise may grant it sentiency and would be cruel to both the servitor and you. So I kind of like went into this like, is Arjax a servitor? No, Arjax is not a servitor. Arjax is a spirit that I have bound to a home. That's different. Yeah. That's what I got on servitors. Actually, I kind of want to show off the servitors that I designed. I haven't made them yet, but they're super cute. I draw them when I design them. Let's see where they are, because it became homework at one point to create a servitor. My favorite crystal or gem is Lapis Lazuli. I even named my cat Lapis. He has such blue eyes. There's something about the stone that calls to me. That's excellent. Lapis Lazuli is super powerful. If I remember correctly, it's really great for clairvoyance and other psychic things, but I could be wrong. Lapis. It was on autocomplete. Healing properties, yeah. Inner truth, inner power, love, purification, intuition, positive magic, self-confidence, manifestation, friendship. It is said that it was given to us by the gods. So they really focus on the healing properties. Super healing. Lapis Lazuli is awesome. I super love it. Where are my servitors? Okay, so the first one that I made, where's my breakdown? Her name, I named her with the numerology thing. So her birthday was February 5th, 2020. She turned out to be an ivy. Create inspiration and encourage me to do the dishes, take care of the trash, clean the cat box, bathe more than once a week, and vacuum. So help me clean my house. Kind of a maid of sorts. So she doesn't do it for me. She kind of like hypes me up to have me do it for myself. You gotta give it some kind of food. I put that she can feed freely on astral rats. I'm going to show her off real quick. Isn't she cute? My ivy. Should she cop an attitude that I can't stand for, I shall create a sigil that will act as a kill switch. She shall keep herself clean. Every full moon we will hang out for the sake of bonding, and I will give her some kind of treat or affection or something like that. While she is free to work whenever, she must be present on Wednesdays until chores are done. She will be summoned with patchouli incense. She will be retired on March 1st, 2020, and she is free to stay or go with nothing expected of her. I will no longer meet with her for maintenance or summon her. That was my plan back in February. Then for a first servitor, I thought this was a little too complicated. I mean, I create characters. It's the thing I do. So maybe I should start with something similar. My cat was waking me up at like between 5 and 7 in the morning. Now I wake up like that anyway, but I used to sleep until 8 in the morning. So I needed someone to kind of like appease my cat while I slept. So I got this little guy, my little cutie. I haven't named him. A sweet servitor to guard my sleep from Nobu, my familiar, until 8 a.m. Do not upset my cat. Work until March 21st. Feeds on dreams. Each time I sleep undisturbed until 8 a.m., it will get a cherry candy cane, because I have a slew of them. Also, be nice to my cat. This one I actually made. I didn't name it, but it was super nice to my cat. I think they got along great. And my cat started waking me up at 8. I don't know if I should make new servitors or, I don't know. And I think now we're open for rando discussion. I guess I could go into other thought forms, but I was going to save those for videos. I could use more coffee. 7 concurrent viewers. Oh, I never shared this thing. Let's share this thing. Oh, I already shared this thing. I shared it last night. Okay. Though most people would have probably gone away. Let me comment. I reckon save those for videos, yeah. I could go on forever. And then I do another series in August about hedge writing and hypnagogia, domains, stuff like that. I know, boo. Nom 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 nom. I have not much brain power today. Take it easy on yourself, man. Oh, my back. Jeez. More coffee. So I can find another topic. My niece is still asleep, so I can talk about sex and blood magic. So, oh, sorry about that. It's telling me to take my medicine because it is 8 o'clock in the morning. None of that. I have not been to sleep. None of that for I have not been to sleep yet. None of what? No blood or sex magic? Is that what you mean? I can not talk about those things. I can talk about sleep magic. Oh, yawning. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see. Okay. So, I used to be a follower of Bast, and the Egyptian gods and a lot of the older gods are gods of sacrifice, and a really powerful sacrifice is blood, right? I worked on her design this morning, thought everything was great, exported, and it looks completely different in the ping. I have finally coffee. I can actually participate in the conversation now. Hooray! Yeah, you might need to watch the replay because I went into Sanctums and Guardians and then Servitors to see how Guardians and Servitors are different. My bag is getting mangled. Welcome, Adventures in Fantasy. I think I'm going to re-coffee myself as well. Man, I look rough. Do I have black stuff on my face, or is my cheek actually cavernous? Freaking weird. I thought they were going to repave. Oh, they did. Okay. I thought they would repave more of it. They did not. I left my cream out. Oh, I was here. I just wasn't talking much. Oh, okay. Sleep magic comes natural to me since I tend to travel and even brought things back with me. Rings, hair, even a book once, but I'm so tired afterward. Hedge writing while you sleep is exhausting. Exhausting. I live a second life when I sleep. It hasn't been so bad recently, but because I kind of changed my, there we go, my computer froze for a second. I kind of changed my sleep spell that I have under my bed. I have a little bit of coffee. But I suffer from nightmares, so I know a lot of nightmare magic. But there we go. I'll come over here so it's not so loud. But when you do dream magic, does it, when you travel, are you hopping to other people's dreams, or are you going to whatchamahoo's it, the astral plane? I probably wouldn't bring things back. Oh my gosh. I look like I was punched. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. Wondering if there are any questions. Because a half an hour, I was expecting that to last the whole hour. I wasn't expecting it to last a half an hour. I'm pretty sure I used to travel in my sleep when I was a teen. I never felt like I actually sleep on those nights. Ain't that the truth? I need to get back those skills. Not that I've tried them. So the whole second life thing, it was not... it wasn't consensual, if you get my meaning. Like, I didn't try to do that. It just happened. The people that I know in real life very rarely are featured in my dreams. I have a whole cast of people that I know specifically in my dreams. It's usually the same people now that I think about it. I live in very specific places. I work in very specific places. It's very consistent, these places. They develop a little more every time I'm there. Let's see. Because I had coffee in my spell, the cool thing is that it basically expedites spell work, right? It kind of asks those who you invoked to kind of like hop to it, you know, like, let's... Sorry, my ping dropped for a second. My ex was super interested in astral travel. I tried it, but don't think it was part of my natural skill set, and I wasn't interested enough to put effort in it. I think there's a gradient, like a gradual working up to astral travel. I don't think it's something that you just jump into. I would start locally, like doing meditations. I don't do it on purpose. I just wake up with them in my hands. Oh, I was told by my mother is part of my very old soul, that I see the world in joint realms differently. Cool. If you do it via dreams, then neat. If you can get into gnosis, then you can actually access that stuff while you're awake. If you want to call it awake. I don't know that I call it awake. I call it Well, scientifically, I call it dissociated. But to be tranced out, like, you're not really all there, you know? My coffee. I hear thumping. Nope. Okay. I was worried for a second. So I could also, so in August, I intend on doing like a hedge writing slash hypnagogia series, right? But since we're already on that topic, I might chat a little bit about altered states of mind. This is overfilled. I want to pour some of it out, but I'm afraid I'm going to make a mess. I should do it over the sink, maybe. See the rest of my kitchen. See if my ear cord will reach. Yeah, it will. Yeah, there we go. I need room for cream. I have coffee that is in the way. All right. So, gnosis. I can drop into gnosis at the drop of a hat because I have a dissociative disorder. I don't know. I know there are some people that have a hard time getting into that state of mind. I could use some help, tips, etc. on doing the altered states. That is a skill I need to develop for my other skills. Cool. Yeah. In chaos magic, when you're doing, you should be in that state when you're doing ritual work anyway. Oh, they're still doing it. Beep, beep, beep. Okay, so if you have a hard time just dropping into it, there are a bunch of different ways that you can do it. One way to tap into that is to practice hypnagogic states of mind. So what hypnagogia is, in case you don't know, it's that space between wake and sleep. Be it, and it's very popular amongst brilliant people. Ernest Hemingway used it, Albert Einstein used it, Ben Franklin used it. So what we want to do is basically, what I do anyway, is I set a timer. I know I fall asleep in like 5-10 minutes. I've trained myself. It's something that I've worked very hard to do. It's taken a lot of medication. It's been an acquired skill. It's not something that I've always been able to do. I set a timer for just that amount of time. I don't want to hit a REM cycle. A full REM cycle is an hour and a half. It's too long, right? So if you actually want to do dream work, you want to do that hour and a half, right? But if you want that hypnagogic state, what you want to do is, if you're surfing on your way in, set a timer for however long it takes you to fall asleep. And then usually in that state you will hallucinate. So either you will feel a presence in the room, or sleep paralysis. It usually happens in this state of mind. And then that gets muddy, right? Because science basically says, oh, it's hypnagogic. It's all just a part of your brain. And then there are those of us that are like, no, there's a demon sitting on my chest. I don't suffer from that, but I have known people who have, and it's extremely common. my cream is sweating. So, getting into, once that alarm goes off, you basically, while you're still kind of like blinking awake, you frantically write down what happened in this state of mind. And then once you're awake, you can look at your notes. Usually it will trigger what happened. Sometimes it doesn't. I know my stuff often doesn't. But you make sense of your notes, and oftentimes it'll give you brilliant ideas, or it'll solve problems that you've been working on for months, or stuff like that. Once you get used to that feeling, you can start messing around with trance. I don't know if you have messed with meditation, with hypnosis, with, let's see, trying not to spill my coffee everywhere. So, trance work. There's a bunch of different ways you can do it. I learned how to do it via chanting in Buddhism. I grew up chanting Nam-myoho Renge Kyo over and over and over and over and over and over and over for hours in front of a butsudan, which is like a shrine. And it puts you kind of like in this zone, right? Flow arts will put you in this zone. I think someone's coming downstairs. Okay. Hi, Mom. I am on the live stream talking about witchy shit. Yep, they're paving the road. They started at 7.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see. You can dance. Dancing, I was taught how to trance out via dance, doing gedras and stuff like that. Gedras are usually specifically female, but you can, anyone can dance, right? That'd be a fun talk about gedras and etiquette and how that works out. All right, Destiny, get some rest. I worry for you. Please sleep. Get some rest. Meow meow. Bye, Destiny. I hope you feel better. Or sometimes you can listen to drumming, or usually shamanic drumming, because that is specifically tailored for trance work, as opposed to taiko or any other kind of like tabla, or any other kind of style of drumming. You specifically want shamanic drumming. There's a YouTuber musician named Skeed, who specializes in magic drone music. It's used to put you into gnosis. It's designed for ritual work, for hedge writing, that sort of thing. So I will probably put him in a link below when I have the ability to, probably, maybe, if I remember. Oh, my back itches. It's in that one spot where you can't reach. So once you can trance out, you can start doing, or when you trance out, it's kind of like skirting the line between hypnagogia and being conscious, basically. It's kind of a gradient, right? So you want to have enough wits about you that you can do stuff, but you're not asleep. It's kind of muddy, right? But once you can do that, once you can get into that Zen mode, that's when you do your ritual work, that's when you do your travel, and then you ground yourself when you're done. Ground yourself, cleanse yourself. Usually you would ground yourself and cleanse yourself before you get into a trance state and after, especially if you're traveling. Because you don't want any hitchhikers. Hitchhikers suck. How you guys feeling? My niece was up really late last night, so I think she's going to sleep in today. Oh. Jeez. Yeah, I had to deal with someone else's hitchhiker. Ooh. That's no bueno. Gotta protect yourself. Even if you're, we definitely do not want hitchhikers, yeah. Possession or just monkeys on your back, as it were. Depends on how powerful the spirit is. Gaydras, like I mentioned before, they are often used, like you can do rituals in the Gaydra to basically exorcise, to expel the negative spirit. I really want to take a nap, but I'm waiting for delivery. Oh, well, I'll try and keep you company, though. I know my voice can kind of, I don't know, make people sleepy. I hope it gets there soon so you can nap. It would be nice. I guess I could talk about hedge writing and domains, and maybe domains. Kind of want a foundation before. Maybe I should. I should adjust my schedule instead of doing God forms. Let's see, I just talked about servitors, so maybe do it that way. Do it this way. And next week, let's talk about that thing that I was just thinking of. Foundations, domains. Demesne. There we go. Astral offices. I think I was supposed to do stuff on Discord. I did not answer, so all my European friends are talking and things. A secret society controls the world. We are multidimensional spiritual beings. History is false. Religion is a lie. We astral travel through realms as we dream. Yeah. And your family is looking at you like you're goddamn crazy. My music paused for some reason. For the longest time, I had no idea how to pronounce domain because I've only ever read it in Ginny and Footseer. I actually had I was lucky enough to have a pronunciation guide along with the word when I learned it. So, Illuminati confirmed. Let's see. Doot. Get my stuff situated. So Keelan is going to do another retreat thing. We're setting it up now. Essentially what's going down is on the 18th or 19th. We haven't decided which day yet. It depends on people's schedules. I really wish more books included pronunciation guides. Yeah, no kidding. So a domain is kind of like a private Idaho. Yay, Sage. Sage, totally come and join us, and maybe you can be part of the relay. Or come and co-host with me, you know? That'd be fun. I will totally drop you a line. I want to do a poetry workshop for the retreat. Oh, cool. That'd be great. Classes. Okay, so domains, I can talk about that. Yes, I love that idea. I miss poetry. That'd be cool. I know a lot of people that for the month of June, they write a poem every day for like a creativity challenge. Some really good stuff comes out of that. Some garbage does too, but some really good stuff comes out of that. I'll probably get reported for more music use, even though I'm playing freaking copyright-free music. I did float the idea to Keelan after the last retreat, so hopefully we can make it work. I am sure we can. So I have been streaming for an hour. I wrote 100 poems in July last year. God damn. That's a lot of poems. The eventual became Silkflower Goodbye. Oh, nice. Holy merde, there's so many poems. It actually hid the comment because merde. Did it freeze my thing again? No, it did not. It's just very quiet. Okay. So, private Idahos are basically places in your head where you can go and be by yourself or with your tulpas, or it, it's a domain, like a property that you own in your head. It's somewhere you can go to work out problems. You can go to escape if you need to kind of like pull back from something. If you need to do shadow work, you can do it in your domain. I do ritual work in my domain these days, partly because it's easier to slip into gnosis than it is to do full-on ritual work on Earth, because someone can walk in and like do stuff. But I can sit on the bed and just kind of zone out and go to my domain and do some ritual work. Usually I will have like my sigils drawn on me. I'll have my protection stuff, packet. Would a mental temple fall under that? It sure would. That is a domain. It's just a label. That's all it is. It's like I grew up with the room. It was somewhere where I would escape and dissociate to. And then when I was in my 20s, I was doing this super better thing, and they basically wanted me to upgrade that thing. I'm picturing Granny Weatherwax and her I ain't dead sign now. Yeah. Oh, my neck. I want it to crack and it won't. So I upgraded my domain, but then I made it fancy. I made the walls all windows. I made, I hung lamps. Everything is lined with pillows. I cleaned the walls because it's all windows now. It was not so lovely a place when I was a teenager, let me tell you. And then I actually expanded it beyond that and got some property. I have a forest. And then recently, as of Litha, I went down to the base of the tree that I am at, and I made a garden. My forest is full of redwoods, so the cathedrals are plentiful. I made an altar under the cathedral, and then I put in a tub, and I put in like a shrine and a fire and all that good stuff that I would ever need for a ritual. I gotta tell you, having a tub in your domain, and then actually being in a tub when on Earth, like, it's cool stuff. But having that foundational place, like a place where you can go in case like shit goes bad, that's a good foundation to have before you start traveling. You got to have a home. And Earth is like a big jump. It's a big jump. So to go from traveling to just Earth is jarring and pretty terrible in my opinion, because I often will go from Earth or traveling to my domain to Earth, and that minimizes. I still have headaches. I still ache all over. I still need a nap after I had tried. After I visualize, I suppose, after I visit my domain and do ritual work there and stuff like that. But having that foundation is great. I also have tulpas, but they don't travel with me. So I have to like come home to them. They will not cross the threshold. They stay with me. They stay with the land. They do not come with me. So maybe I should upgrade my thing to a temple. It's a thought. I could do that. I kind of like how earthy my thing is right now, but I might upgrade to a temple at some point. So, because I have that dissociative disorder, like, I've had a domain since I was like 16 years old. It was not a nice place, but I wasn't well, so it was just somewhere to go. That where I was isolated and alone and could process things. Oh, Sage, do you want me to... I don't know what to do. Make a loud noise so that you can stay awake? I don't know. Wish I had a cigarette. I do not. So, my husband is trying to curtail my smoking. I had a pack-a-day habit before I got pneumonia. Then I quit, and now I average cigarettes a day. But I have to ask my husband for them. He basically like rations them out to me, because if I have a pack with me, I'll just chain smoke if given the opportunity. So, but because he sleeps until noon, like, my mornings are hard. I made a deal with him yesterday that he would leave a cigarette for me for the morning, but that was like 5:30, and it is now 8:30, and I would love another cigarette. I'm thinking about maybe doing some witch work for some people, and usually my price is a bottle of vodka and of like herbal vodka and cigarettes. I smoke black Jarum Blacks, which are clove. That is my preferred cigarette. It's technically a cigarillo now, but because I haven't ordered from Indonesia in like forever. The tariffs that Trump put on Indonesia was interesting. So ordering from Indonesia might be tricky these days. Trickier than it was before. But Indonesians think that our rights are being squashed, so they're happy to sell to us. I should probably wrap up. It's probably a thing. My ex used to smoke black cherry. Black cherry's good. It's harsher than the plain black, but still pretty tasty. So if there aren't any other questions, I will wrap this stream up. And I had a friend who smoked clove cigarettes. They smelled so good. Yep. I think it smells better than it tastes. You form a taste for it. I can talk about throwing bones. That'd be a fun one. Not now, but I'm thinking about what to talk about tomorrow. I could talk about dowsing. I could talk about palmistry. Yeah, no problem. Anytime. Well, not anytime, but every day. Talk about curses. Hope for the best, expect the worst is my policy. So I have a bunch of curses in my back pocket. Yeah, let's talk about curses tomorrow. Blood and sex magic will happen in another day, I think. So yeah, if you haven't given let's see, I quit smoking years ago, but I smoked menthol. Oh, menthol is like terrible for you because they put fiberglass. That's what gives it the minty taste, is fiberglass. So it's really terrible for your lungs. Yeah, maybe when the youngling isn't around. Yeah, no kidding. Ain't that the goddamn truth? Okay. If you haven't liked already, please like the video if you found it useful in any capacity. If you're watching this in post, I'm mostly talking to you. If you want to see what I do for the rest of the month, please hit subscribe. If you hit that little bell, then it might send to you ? The algorithm is changing, so I don't know. Like people aren't getting their notifications. And I will catch you on the flip side.